Why are we here?
¿Me preguntas a mí?
What?
Este señor no entiende.
¿Qué pasa contigo? Claro que entiendo. We are here for day 3 of opening week.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to day 3 of opening week. We have great content for you today, so please remember to stay active in the chat window and let's get started.
There's a light in the darkness, though the night is black as my skin. There's a light burning bright, showing me the way, but I know where I've been. There's a cry in the distance. There's a voice that comes from deep within. There's a cry asking why. I pray the answers up ahead, 'cause I know where I've been. There's a road we've been traveling, lost so many on our way, but the riches will be plenty, worth the price we had to pay. There's a struggle that we have yet to win, but there's pride in my heart, 'cause I know where I'm going. Yes, I do, 'cause I know where I've been. Riches will be plenty, worth the risk and the chances we take. There's a dream in the future. There's a struggle that we have yet to win. Use that pride in our hearts to lift us up until tomorrow, 'cause just to sit still would be a sin. I know where I'm going, 'cause Lord knows I know where I've been. I'll give thanks to my God, 'cause I know where I've been.
Hey, good afternoon, fellow renegades. This is Manny Mortzanos. I have the privilege of serving as the KCCD Management Association President In case you're not aware, the Management Association serves 174 managers, educational administrators, and confidential staff across all 3 KCCD colleges and the district office. Our primary mission is to support our members through networking opportunities and through professional development. The Bakersfield College representatives to the board for this year are Pam Rivers and Jessica Wojtasiak. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to them. They are here to help you. We have a lot of great and exciting improvements planned for this year. The association's newly revised constitution and bylaws will be circulated to the general membership for a vote. So stay tuned. Those updates will be coming shortly. In the midst of our current circumstances, the association will defer the sponsorship of social events and networking opportunities, but the association's professional development scholarship of up to $1,000 will still be available for eligible members. So reach out to your college reps if you have any questions at all. Clearly, these are unprecedented times for us and for our colleagues across the state and the nation. Despite our current and short-term challenges, I am pleased by the concerted efforts made by our colleges and district leadership to ensure our long-term success and sustainability. The Management Association supports the difficult decisions made by our district and college leadership to ensure the stability of our colleges down the road. You know, while many people believe COVID is a relatively new disease, the reality is that COVID has been around for many millennia. It's true. In fact, the 10 commandments that Moses received on Mount Sinai refer to COVID. The people of Israel were reminded, do not steal, do not bear false testimony, and do not COVID your neighbor. COVID your neighbor. When you think about it, COVID has forever changed the way we live, including our shopping habits. Empty shelves in stores is now the new norm. In fact, I went shopping in Target for Throwback Thursday, and this is what I found. Stocked shelves. What a throwback. Just last month, we were able to hold commencement for our graduates, and what a wonderful event it was. The only recommendation for improvement was to issue virtual reality goggles for each of our graduates so that they can shake our president's hand. On behalf of the entire Management Association board, we wish the college community the very best in the midst of our challenging circumstances. Through due diligence, we will overcome COVID, and we will be stronger because of it. Stay strong, BC, and go Gades.
Hi, I'm Romeo Agbalog. It's been an honor and a privilege to represent you on the Board of Trustees for nearly 6 years. It seems like just yesterday when I took the oath to serve for the first time. I know for some, those 6 years have been way too long, and my time on the board has seemed like forever. However, this isn't the first time that I've had the honor to address you on opening day. Many of you have heard me talk about my upbringing and the challenges that I faced. You've heard me talk about my roundabout journey to education beginning at BC's Delano Center. You've heard me talk about my passion for helping students from socioeconomically challenged rural communities reach their academic dreams. But this time, I thought I'd change things up and talk to you about, well, change. During my time on the board, we've seen a lot of it. Let's start with the passage of Measure J, the $500 million school construction bond that many of you helped pass, of which $400 million will be used to change the face of Bakersfield College with new, modern, and state-of-the-art facilities to benefit students today and well into the future. In terms of academic success, BC continues to break records with some of the highest graduation rates in history. We've seen the success of the Industrial Automation Baccalaureate degree program, one of the first and few of its kind, double its graduation rates since its inception. And let's not forget early college. Our partners at the wonderful College Prep Academy in Delano and Wasco High have doubled the number of high school graduates graduating with their associate's degrees. Not to mention our friends in McFarland, who converted their high school to the first comprehensive public high school in Kern County to fully embrace the early college model. When it comes to student success, BC isn't just marking time. You're making a difference. You're making a change. On the social side, we face our fair share of challenges. Whoever thought 2020 would take us from in-person instruction to online instruction in a couple of weeks? We see our friends, families, and neighbors struggle, out of a job, or sheltering in place amid this COVID-19 pandemic. Some of our friends have even taken to the streets, crying for a different kind of change. Why do I bring this up? Well, we are an institution of higher learning. We are the incubators for intellectual thought, discussion, and debate. We know this better than anyone else. However, we also know that all discussion and debate should be fair, intellectually honest, and just as importantly, come from a place of respect. You are the thought leaders who mold the thought leaders of tomorrow. President Ronald Reagan once said, "All great change in America begins at the dinner table." I still believe that to be true. But all of the concepts and ideas discussed at that table begin in the classroom, in the forums and lecture halls like the ones here at our beloved BC. To quote another 80s icon, if we want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change. And I want you to know that I'm starting with the man in the mirror. What I'm asking you may seem like a heavy lift, I know. But I just got done telling you about all the ways you've already made a change. If anyone can change the world, one student at a time, it's us. Heavy lift? Not really. Why? Because we are BC.
Well, hello, faculty, staff. So excited. It's August. We're coming back together to welcome our new class. And I'm so excited to see what happened during the summer, what happened during the spring when we were all sheltering in place with Measure J and our new buildings. So let's connect with Bill Potter and see what's going on, okay?
So we've been fortunate enough with Measure J to be able to use a lot of local contractors, SC Anderson, Colombo, JTS, MCOR, Central Valley Asphalt are just a few of the contractors that have contributed here and to keep Measure J funds as local as we can.
Well, $500 million. Kern County voters voted yes on J, November 2016. Not only is this going to be benefiting our students when we open the doors of our science and engineering building, our cafeteria, but it's truly an economic development engine for all of Kern County. The building is coming up fast, Bill. Well, it's for our campus center for our students, but really, where is my office?
So your office will be there on the second floor and overlook the other side of campus, overlooking the out towards the north side of the campus there. This building, like you mentioned, is for the students here. On the bottom floor here, we'll have the bookstore, brand new state-of-the-art bookstore for our students. Student life and student government, student pantry will be located in the new building. As you go up to the second floor is the game changer here for our campus. It's going to not only house our administration and our foundation, but we're going to have a conference center here. So there'll be on the second floor in various areas, there'll be 4 or 5 different sized conference rooms seating up to 60 people that we can have meetings on campus and that's something we've not been able to do, is really have meetings for all of our groups and all of our organizations on campus. The top floor is what's the game changer for the community. That is going to be our 480 seat conference center. Big events on campus. We can start housing a lot of what we have to go off campus for, our sterling silver dinner and other events we'll be able to house right here inside this building here. On this side here is the cafeteria. So that is another game changer for our students here. We'll have an updated way of serving the students food, new menus, and a whole new dining area, new experience for the students. So Sonia, Jared and Kelly are the management from AECom Parsons, which is our partner in this project here, and they're out here checking the project. So, Jared, Kelly, say hello to our faculty and staff.
Bill, I can't believe the Science and Engineering building. It's going to be a beautiful and big building to expand our STEM programming for future renegades. I was a math faculty here in 1991. I taught in the math science building, and then later I was Dean of Science and Engineering and Allied Health, and I was in the same office that Steve Waller is right now. So when we started doing our master planning to campaign for Measure J, my heart was truly set on having an amazing science, engineering, math experience for all of our community. I'm just overwhelmed today to see this construction getting started. So tell everyone at opening day what you have plans.
So thank you, Sonia. This building is actually probably the biggest game changer on our whole campus. Not only will it increase and be able to add more science programs and engineering programs and grow those in those pathways there. It also, we're keeping the existing science engineering building and remodeling it, which is going to open up space for all instructional programs across the campus. So this 3-story huge building here is going to open up more instructional programs, more classroom space, more faculty office space for every program we offer here at Bakersfield College. Again, this is a 3-story building. It's going to be probably our largest, tallest building here on campus when it's done. It'll house science labs, lecture labs, engineering space, a maker space, and it's just going to be state-of-the-art technology here for our students for many, many years here at Bakersfield College. Yep, so new scoreboard, state-of-the-art scoreboard. We've got a Jumbotron on it and digital, and everything will be wireless. So a lot bigger than the old scoreboard we had. We'll be able to show videos of the actual players and replay of what's going on out here. For commencement, it'll be a big screen behind the stage that we'll be able to use for future commencements here. So for our final major project we'll be working on this year is out here at our new gymnasium. So as you can see, the site has been cleared. The gym is actually going to start up here on the top level of the campus by the entrance to the stadium. And the gym's actually a 3-story building that'll cover out here where the Romain Carew Fieldhouse used to be. This is a kind of a game changer for us in athletics. Not only will we have a new gym, weight room, training facilities, locker rooms, meeting rooms, coaches and faculty offices, but we're actually going to have 4 lecture lab classrooms now for the kinesiology department, which we've never had on campus. So they've always borrowed classroom space in other buildings where they can get it. So by moving their department down here, we'll be able to increase programs and then again free up more instructional space on campus. So this is really will put Renegade Athletics ahead of the game here for all of our sports with a facility that's nice.
Welcome to the 2021 academic year. Typically, in a non-COVID environment, May 15th would have been graduation, a much celebrated and well-earned ending to a productive school year. Many of you may stick around to teach summer school or leave for the summer to spend time with family and friends and catch up on long-awaited projects. What you may not realize is that riding the high of graduation, the administrative team goes immediately into retreat mode. By definition, retreat means a quiet place or secluded place in which one can rest and relax. However, that is not what retreat means for the BC administrative team. Retreats are our time to reflect on the last year, to assess what worked, to ensure that our students have the educational experience that they deserve, and what we can do better as a college in the upcoming year. Please visit the Admin Council webpage to view our current work plans and accomplishments from previous years. I am confident that you will find a relentless focus on success and completion for our students here at the home of the Renegades. Now let me take the time to highlight a few items from my 2021 work plan that I will be focusing on this year. As a guided pathway college, it is our job, our number one goal, to ensure that students get on the path, stay on the path, and that we provide an environment to ensure learning. I am pleased to say that due to our recent restructuring of Dean Area of Responsibilities and Discipline departments, we have strengthened that alignment between our pathways and our departments. Along with our ed advisors, peer mentors, and our completion coaching teams, I am confident that we will be able to rally around our students and help them reach their goal of educational attainment. An additional item that I will be focusing on this year is strategic enrollment management. As we all know, Schedule Plus has been dying on us for years. I am pleased to say that we are in the process of transitioning to Ad Astra and hope to bring it on with our summer and fall 21 scheduling process. At that point, we will be finding the sweet spot between the Cognos data, our Starfish data that students have access to, and Ad Astra to determine what best our students need to ensure that they have the pathway to completion. For more detailed information, again, please visit the Admin Council webpage to see our work plans. I look forward to working alongside of all of you, and I know that it's going to be a great year.
Hey everybody, I'm excited to talk to you today about some of the new online course options that we have at BC. And when I say online courses, I don't mean courses that are taught online. I mean courses that help people teach online. And we've got so many options available that we're rolling out in a hurry to support everybody in the community as all of us start to teach online. First, I want to talk about our Education B30 series, which makes up our new online teaching certificate. These classes are geared toward K-12 teachers out in the community, and we've already got tons of teachers who are enrolling in these classes. They're super high demand, and we're really happy to be able to offer those to our community to help them as they transition to online teaching. Later this fall, though, I'm really excited to announce that we're going to be launching a series of courses that are actual BC courses for our own higher ed faculty, for BC and external higher ed faculty that are geared toward teaching online. So right around October, we hope to have some of those live, and be watching for those because I'm really confident they're going to be dynamite. Thanks.
Good afternoon, fellow Renegades, and welcome to the start of another academic year. My name is Manny Mortzanos, and I have the privilege of supporting our Inmate Scholars Program here at Bakersfield College. Now, they say that it takes a village, and that is certainly the case with us. Here is a list of several of our core team members that keep our program moving forward, some of whom you are going to meet today. And I would be remiss not to mention the support that we receive from President Christian and the entire executive team. We're very, very grateful for that. What is the Inmate Scholars Program? We offer college-level courses to incarcerated individuals that lead to college degrees and certificates. We make the dream of college education come true for these incarcerated students. We offer 3 transfer degrees in communication, psychology, and sociology. By the time our students graduate from our program, they graduate with all 3 degrees. We also have the privilege of offering courses that lead to a baccalaureate degree in industrial automation, which is unprecedented for the state of California and really for the entire nation for a college to offer face-to-face courses that lead to a baccalaureate degree is simply unheard of. And we're privileged to be the ones to do that. Since the fall of 2019, when we offered 64 sections, we have grown by 61%. That is almost as much as I have grown since going into quarantine. This fall, we will offer 103 sections to 1,080 incarcerated students. That translates to 3,148 course enrollments supported by 44 faculty members, 9 of whom are tenure track faculty devoted to this program. We teach at 5 prisons and 11 yards. The benefits of education in prison. We see lower recidivism rates, there's decreased cost to taxpayers, there's a positive effect within the prison culture when students go to college while they are incarcerated, and there's positive effects for the family members of those incarcerated individuals. Here is a graph showing the reduction in recidivism rates with the higher attainment of college degrees. I heard it said once that today's inmate is tomorrow's neighbor. I want my neighbor to have a college degree, and Bakersfield College makes that possible for those students and for our entire community. To quote Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. We get to live that dream and the wisdom that Nelson Mandela brings us. I want to leave you with one memory, which is a highlight of my career. This is a photo of our president with the entire graduating class of 17 students in 2019 of our very first Inmate Scholars Program graduation. These 17 individuals graduated with 3 degrees, the 3 that I mentioned. We made a dream possible for them. I invite you to support us, and if you are interested in teaching in the Inmate Scholars Program, reach out to our program managers. We would be happy to support you. Our deadline for spring scheduling is October 15th, and you will hear a little bit more about that. Let me introduce to you Angelica Perez, one of our program managers in the Inmate Scholars Program.
Hello, my name is Angelica Perez, and I'm the program manager for the Inmate Scholars Program. For those of you that aren't familiar with the program, we're a face-to-face program through Bakersfield College that gives incarcerated individuals the opportunity to take college-level courses and earn transferable degrees and certificates. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, our program is no longer able to provide face-to-face classes at this time. We have temporarily changed our instructional model from correspondence in order to serve our students so they can continue to work towards an associate degree. Even though our faculty are unable to engage with our students in the traditional sense at this time, our program is making every effort to maintain engagement between students and their instructors. Typically, correspondence education means that the faculty provide the instructional materials at the start of the semester and receive back all of the assignments by the end of the semester. However, that's not how BC does correspondence education. Our faculty remain engaged with students throughout the semester through ongoing instruction and communication. That's the BC way of doing correspondence education. The ISP team is constantly facilitating work back and forth between prisons and faculty members so students have the opportunity to ask questions and faculty are able to provide feedback. Faculty are able to gauge the progression of their students and intervene when necessary. As our sections have increased, our team has received support from the print shop and the food services department. With their support, we've been able to increase our efficiency when it comes to printing, packing, and delivering materials. Our program believes education spreads awareness, inspires personal growth, and empowers students to take control of their lives. As a college, we are lowering the recidivism rate, decreasing the cost to taxpayers, changing prison culture, and having a positive effect on families in our community.
Greetings, Renegades. For those who don't know me, my name is Brian Hirayama, and I am the faculty lead for the Inmate Scholars Program. I've been asked to jump on here real quick to share a little bit about our program, and I'd like to start off by saying we now have 44 faculty members teaching for the Inmate Scholars Program. And just over 20 of them are new to the program this year, so we'd like to say publicly welcome to the team. There are a number of things that we provide, training and support for faculty members teaching inside. The California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation put on a mandatory online training for people that are interested in teaching inside. We, ISP at Bakersfield College, put on biannual trainings, so one each semester, to go over what's expected teaching inside. Dr. Linda Smith Barkman and myself have helped develop a training module for the California Community College Chancellor's Office through their Vision Resource Center. So that's a resource that's available to folks. And we as a team, ISP team, meet once a month to go over best practices, problems and obstacles so that other faculty members can grow from the experience and our shared wisdom, if that's what you want to call it. Year to date, this time last year, we offered 67 sections for ISP, and we are projected this semester, fall of 2020, to offer 103 sections, serving somewhere around 1,080 students and an estimated 3,148 course enrollments. If there's anybody interested in teaching for ISP through correspondence under our current circumstances, please reach out to Angelica Perez, one of our amazing program managers, to share your interest in teaching with us. I would like to take a quick second to thank the Writing Center, Kim, and the whole team out there. This last year, they really stepped their game up to help our students inside, and the instructors and of course the students who have benefited from their guidance are forever indebted and appreciative of all the extra work you put in. In closing, ISP wouldn't be where it's at without the support of many on campus. So thank you, everybody. It takes a village to make this program run and be a success, and all of you have contributed to that. Thank you. See you around.
Welcome back, Renegades. My name is Matt Moon. I teach in the Kinesiology and Health Department, and I'm the head men's and women's swimming coach. I just recently joined the Inmate Scholar Program, and I will be teaching a Principles of Health Education course fall of 2020. I want to give a big shout out to the ISP team, Angelica, Sabrina, and Brian. They welcomed myself and the 3 other professors in our department. They provided unlimited resources and some great training to set us up for success in our first year teaching for the program. During these unprecedented times, I wanted to help out and expand our department, and I saw this as a great opportunity. I'm excited to be part of this great and growing ISP family. Go Gates!
Hi everyone, I am back and I am so excited to keep working on expanding early college. This year is truly going to be bigger and better than ever. We have our senator here who we all know and love, who's a champion for education, especially in our rural communities, Jean Fuller. And Jean is going to share with you some of the exciting things happening in early college this year.
I am happy to report to all of you that the pace at which we have scaled up early college has been tremendous. What I was hoping to achieve in 3 years, we got done in less than 1 year. You will see by the charts and graphs that Kylie has put together that the number of students in our rural communities of Delano, Wasco, McFarland, Shafter, and Arvin have just skyrocketed. I am also excited that more and more high schools in the Kern High School District have started to adopt the early college model of complete associate degree pathways that will scale up from all of the dual enrollment courses they offer at their high school sites. The other exciting piece of work that Kylie has done is really thinking about baccalaureate degree completion with BC's Industrial Automation program. I will let her tell you more about it, but we have a program starting this fall that we are very excited about. I also want to share with you about our new Lost Hills Early College cohort. The wonderful academy in Lost Hills did not have a high school, but now starting this fall, they will welcome their first group of high school students into the 9th grade as BC Renegades taking their first dual enrollment course. McFarland is also starting their second early college cohort of 270 more Cougar Renegades. I am so blessed to be doing this important and critical work with BC. And what is that we say to celebrate BC? Oh yeah, we are BC.
Thank you, Jean. Without Jean Fuller, we truly would not have been able to scale up early college as fast as we did. As Jean mentioned, we have an exciting new industrial automation pathway taking place at Kern High School District's new Career and Technical Education Center. This pathway will start this fall and allow high school students to complete an associate degree in industrial automation while they're in high school and create a pipeline to our baccalaureate program right here at BC. While we initially faced some challenges in figuring out how to fund all of the equipment for these courses, I would like to personally thank Tony Cordova for finding the funding and making this opportunity possible. I also want to give a huge thank you to all of our departments and all of our faculty who have supported early college. By offering to teach dual and concurrent enrollment classes and by working with us, you have helped us bring college opportunities to even more high school students throughout Kern County, all under early college. Thank you. I am so excited to be back at BC, and I'm wishing you all a great start to your fall semester.
Racism is so embedded here in America and in the culture that it's sometimes hard to recognize that it's right here in our face. But as people of color, as a young black boy, I was very aware that I was treated differently and that I was disciplined more frequently and more harshly than my white friends. As an adult, I feel the need to carry myself in a different manner just so that way I'm not wrongly accused or victimized for being black. And I know that driving my car, I'm more likely to be pulled over. And if I do get pulled over, it can be a life-threatening situation. Some of these things you may not have to think about on a daily basis, but people like me, African men, black men, we think about this on a daily basis. So I think moving forward, we need to see what we see now. We need to see people of all colors marching and asking for justice, protesting for justice. And in that, we could continue to educate ourselves and educate the people around us so that way we can change the makeup and the culture here in America and here in Bakersfield. Moving forward, we need all of you. We need everyone. We have a big fight to fight and a long fight to fight, but we can do it. We're doing it. Continue to fight. Continue fighting the good fight. We will win. God bless.
Hello everybody, my name is April Whitfield and I am a student at Bakersfield College. I decided to do this video just to give my insight on the injustices that are going on right now within our community, around the world, in different countries, everywhere. You usually see me on campus. I'm usually always made up with makeup, hair done, dressed well, and all that kind of stuff. But today in this video, I really didn't want to do that. I didn't want to cover myself up. I feel that us as Black people at times, you know, we tend to cover ourselves up a lot, where we end up dimming our light some due to people feeling too uncomfortable around us because of our Blackness. But when it comes to us as all as one, we are all the same. We all bleed the same, which makes us all and brings us all to a relatable stance of the same as human beings, as people. I think we need to first learn how to communicate as people, not as the color of our skin. We at this moment in time, we are protesting. We are making sure that our voices are heard due to the injustice of the slaying of Black people at this moment in time with a certain situation with George Floyd. We're making a voice for ourselves. We're moving and we're shaking up things, and I think it's great. I think we should continue to keep going in that same path. And for so many people that are not of color to be in stance with us and marching and protesting with us, it means a lot. Our power, we have to realize it comes from within. Our ancestors pass this on to us with the voices that we have within us. We have to know that those that are judging us because of our skin, it's nothing but pure ignorance. And that's not something that's going to dictate or take from us. We have to continue to keep being us. We have to continue to uncover ourselves. We have to feel comfortable with uncovering ourselves. And So this is why I'm here. This is how I am.
Sometimes I just don't know which way to turn. But I've heard of a city called heaven. I'm trying to make it. I've gotta make heaven.
Coach Cronendahl here. I'm just going to show you a few stretches today when you get up from your computer from opening day, just to kind of help limber you up a little bit. Okay, first we're going to start with overhead stretch. Hold it for a few seconds. Then at your computer chair on a desk, something firm. We're going to bend overhead, stick the butt out, relax the head. Keep the legs as straight as you can. Feel that stretch in the hamstring and that separation in the back. And then come up. Next, we're going to do standing leg raise, and then we're going to do spinal twist. So standing leg raise, again, grab the back of your chair or a countertop desk. Butt out again. Lift that leg to the sky. You're going to hold for a few seconds. Nice and controlled, back down. Switch to the other leg. We're going to repeat that 3 to 5 times. Next, what we're going to do is twist. So we're going to start going to the left first. Hand on the hip. Opposite arm, reach back. Twist. You're going to do that 3 to 5 times each side. Last, we're going to do some arm swings and arm circles. So really open up here. Switch which arm is going on top and which arm is under. Do this for about 10 seconds. Then we're going to do some arm circles forward. Try to increase them as you go. So you're going to need some space for these. Then we're going to go backwards. Start small and get bigger as you go and really open up. Then you're ready to get back to the computer and back to opening day.
Hi, welcome to Opening Day 2021. I'm so excited to be here. Today, I have the honor of sharing with you the winners of the Levinson Leadership Award. The Levinson Award is named after Margaret Peg Levinson, who served BC for 35 years from 1931 to 1966 as a faculty member in English, and then in administration as the Dean of Women, the Dean of Students, and the Dean of Instruction. She established an award at BC for faculty members who have distinguished themselves in a leadership role for the advancement of the educational profession in our society. The Margaret Levinson Faculty Leadership Award recognizes those faculty leaders with outstanding leadership in their assignment to BC or outside academic and professional organizations. Also, in activities beneficial to BC as a whole and as a part of the broader educational community. During the Spring 20 closing week, I had the honor of announcing our co-recipients for this prestigious award, Gail Richardson and Phil Feldman, who both have shared evidence of their deep and extended service to BC. We have invited Gail and Phil to our fall opening week to say a few words and accept their Margaret Levinson Faculty Leadership Award. They will also both receive an award plaque and a monetary gift from the committee. First up is Phil Feldman. He was nominated by colleague and friend Kim Nickel. Kimberly says, Phil is an excellent leader who has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to the Bakersfield College community. Phil has provided exceptional leadership, support, and service to all students, faculty, and staff he has come into contact with during his 48 years that he has been with Bakersfield College. He has always been able to discern the needs of those around him and move efficiently to provide key information, sound recommendations, personal and professional mentoring, and clear direction. And he has done it all with a calm presence and an assuring smile on his face. Next up is Gail Richardson. She was nominated by colleague and close friend Janet Tarjan. Gail, she says, is a strong and kind force of nature that makes the world a better place because she is in it. She brings people together and celebrates their successes. She notices when people need to be encouraged and strengthened. She cares about and works for the success of Bakersfield College and its students and employees by stepping up to serve whenever and whenever she is needed. She provides leadership for the BC community and the larger educational and professional communities. She does this through serving in elected positions, appointed positions, volunteer positions, and even behind the scenes in anonymous ways. Please join me in congratulating Gail Richardson and Phil Feldman for their outstanding leadership at Bakersfield College for the decades that they were there to help and serve so many students. Have a great semester, and we'll see you all soon.
Well, I guess I don't need this today. Thank you, Kimberly, and thank you all for joining me today. My work for BC began as a stipend employee 48 years ago to prepare for the arrival of new men's residence hall students. Through that first year's work and subsequent full-time classified, adjunct faculty, and full-time faculty positions, I've been honored to call BC my home away from home. I've been afforded opportunities I never could have dreamt to represent you and our students at the college, community, regional, state, and national levels. Many thank yous are in order. To my God for making it all possible. To my parents for raising me to follow the golden rule. To my local school teachers and administrators, like Vonnie Milliken, responsible for me working at BC, who kept me on track and reaching for my best. To my many influential teachers at many colleges and universities, both in California and abroad. To the countless colleagues, pastors, friends, and students from whom I've learned so much. To the people who nominated me for this Levinson Faculty Leadership Award and the former recipients who selected me. And to my wife and children for supporting, loving, and helping me through it all. I'm honored you thought me worthy of this award and to share it with Gail Richardson. In receiving this award, I guess I'm being told I'm a leader. If that's true, I have a duty to share what I know, thanks to the mentors who trained me not to focus on what would serve me only, but others also. So I want to share how I think I came to be at this place in the hope I can encourage you in your own work. First, I pursued truth at all cost, searching wherever I might find it. People, places, things, ideas, not all of which were trustworthy. Be careful that your source of truth is trustworthy. Push through to learn what is right and do it. Second, preparing is everything. Are you ready for fall semester? Like the old Boy Scout motto, be prepared, even if you don't know what's coming next. Before cell phones, a former student was literally ready to throw herself over the bluffs were it not for me standing between her and space and a campus safety officer arriving just in time to assist. I had built trusted working relationships with my fellow employees, so they came to me with the news of the student heading toward the bluffs and followed my directions to call campus safety and send them to the bluffs while I ran out the door. And having also built a trusted teacher relationship with the student years before allowed me to successfully delay her plans until the summoned officer could arrive. I recall another former student who had started BC in my bottom rung of the sequence writing class and who called me out of the blue years later to tell me he had become a vice principal in a Kern County school. Our world is in a battle, but people are not the enemy. People are part of our preparation. Cultivate all of your relationships. Listen, be transparent. You never know when a relationship will save or make someone's life. Author H. Jackson Brown Jr. wrote, "The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today." While training to the best can lead to focusing on oneself, I discovered that my greatest satisfactions came from serving others. If you're going to be a servant and a leader, know whom you serve. Serving is a conscious choice to put others equal to or ahead of yourself. Third, I set goals and pursued them vigorously. I sought help and mentoring from the very best people I could access. You don't have to do anything by yourself. There is strength in your weakness. You are not alone. We are all in this together. We will not always agree with one another, but we must stand together to defend our right to talk with one another and agree to disagree. We are all imperfect. None of us can measure up to a standard of perfection. Remember George Santayana's admonition. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Words are powerful. Be careful with them. You can't take them back. How many times I wished I could have. Please forgive me if I have ever offended you, even today. My encouragement to you, you are loved and you have purpose. I've traveled a little, enough to know how special this place is, this college, this city and county, this state, and this nation. Though I'm now one of many retirees, we are still part of BC. We must all work together to find the best that we can be, as we are BC. Thank you. Time for the mask again.
Thank you, Dr. Bly, and all the members of the Margaret or Peg Levinson Award Committee, who are all past recipients. It is such an honor to be recognized at this particular time in my life, especially. A special thank you to Janet Tarjan, who nominated me and persevered through the application process and gathered such beautiful supporting letters from my colleagues, business and community partners and friends. Since very few of you that are in the audience today have known me for the past 4 decades, but several of you have, you might wonder how I was a leader. So I'm just going to briefly go over a few of the things that I've done. There are so many that that's why it took so long to get my CV together. But I've had a privilege to be involved with all these different opportunities over the last 40 plus years. Recently, we've revived entrepreneurship. Was involved with a hackathon with BC's Public Health Program at the National Association of Community Colleges Entrepreneurship. I'm on the budget committee. I've done the BC Summer Bridge, was on the assessment committee. I am the co-chair of the BC Archives and have been for years. I'm also a California Community College CID course evaluator for accounting. I'm very involved with the California Society of CPAs and have been with Student Night for almost 40 years. I got an E-Center grant for the college. I'm a Coleman Scholar. The list goes on. If you know me, you know that I love people and I love accounting. I'm so thankful that that became my career. When I was a college student, there were only 2 females in my college accounting classes at Humboldt State University. Quite different today. More than half the students are female, maybe even a little bit more. So when I was about to become a token female partner in an all-male firm here in town, because of my involvement with the Cal CPA Society and being on the Careers in Accounting Committee at the state level and at the local level, I got to know Roy Fussell, the Bakersfield High School accounting teacher. I would visit his classes and talk about accounting. He is the one who called me and told me about the opening at BC and to get my application in and to apply for the job. So the next thing I knew, Dr. John Kahns was calling and asking me to be a member of the Bakersfield College family for half my pay as a CPA and no partnership. I said yes. Best decision I ever made. I love accounting and I love those students. I'm so thankful that I said yes. Being involved with the students has been the most rewarding part for me in the classroom and especially outside the classroom and extracurricular activity. The best and most challenging was the Students in Free Enterprise site and the Farm to Fork competition in London for 10 days. We won. I worked with students from Cal State Fresno, the culinary arts students, Fresno City College, graphic design and CAD/CAM students, Reedy College agriculture students, and the Bakersfield College business science students. And we worked for months. Actually, we worked with 3 colleges from the UK too. We Skyped and came up with a product that took from farm to fork. So we ended up with tamales from California and actually presented tamales to the judges in London when we were there for those 10 days. We won first place, and I was very fortunate because during that period of time, our president of our college, Greg Chamberlain, and his family were in Scotland, and so they just came over to London and came for the award evening. It was really fun. Peg Levinson loves students too. In fact, the Levinson Hall, if you know where that is, I'm not sure what is there right now, but that was the dorm for students, and she was very active with that. When I was hired, Peg Levinson had retired, but when I was researching her, I found this photo of her in the BC archives, and when I saw the photo, I thought to myself, I know her. And this photo was taken in the spring of 1982, which was my first semester at BC, and she was already retired. And I got to thinking about, I knew this lady. And I think I actually met her at the Faculty Wives Association dinner that they put on every year for new faculty. So it would have been the 1982 dinner that they put on. As I noted before, I've been active in an international organization for women educators, and I'm currently the vice president of our local chapter, Delta Kappa Gamma, the Alpha Alpha chapter. We have 80 members, including our chapter president, one of my colleagues, Janet Tarjan, and also our BC president, Sonia Christian, and Teresa McAllister from BC, along with other members from Cal State Bakersfield, Taft College, and high schools and junior highs and elementary schools throughout Kern County. Peg Levinson was the chapter president of our chapter, Alpha Alpha, in 1949. I don't remember that. That was the year I was born. I encourage and challenge you to take on leadership roles on and off campus. It's really fun. Lee Iacocca, the brilliant automobile executive who I actually met, once said that he said a lot of different things, but he said, motivation is everything. You can do the work of 2 people, but you can't be 2 people. Instead, you have to inspire the next guy down the line and get him to inspire his people. He also said, which I'm going to leave you with, we are continually faced by great opportunities, brilliantly disguised as insoluble problems. Is that not what we're going through today? What we're looking forward to? Are we looking forward to fall 2020? Think of this as an opportunity, not as something that's so horrible like it seems like it is. I know we're all ready for a change, but I encourage you to take on this new semester and think about doing some fun things. Hopefully we'll get back to some kind of normal. I'm also known as the BC Bowling Diva, and I'm looking forward to getting back and doing that again. Meets once a week, usually on Thursday, and as being the diva, usually I plan a dinner afterwards so we can go out to dinner. But it's a great group of people, and it's the oldest campus organization or committee event, whatever, on campus. It's the only thing that's lasted through all the years. And I don't know if Margaret Levinson was on that. I need to check that. But think about that, and you can contact Susan Pinza about that, or contact me. May your challenges this fall 2020 become your accolades for a better future in all aspects of your life. Thank you. Thank you all.
Hello, college colleagues. I am Becky Head, faculty of the Math Department and chair of the Shirley Tremblay Distinguished Teaching Award Committee. Each spring semester, this committee has the pleasure of learning about the teaching effectiveness of our colleagues at Bakersfield College. This award is for outstanding teaching, so nomination packets contain statements and letters from students and colleagues that describe teaching effectiveness, innovations, expertise, accessibility, service to the discipline, and outstanding accomplishments. I am proud to recognize Arnie Andrazian, Professor of Mathematics, as the recipient of this teaching award for 2019-2020. We will now hear some insider knowledge about Arnie's teaching style and skills from Donna Starr and from Thomas Smith. First, Donna Starr.
Good morning. Arnie is my office mate and one of my closest friends. And when Thomas told me that he had nominated Arnie for the Shirley Tremblay Award, half of me was so excited because Arnie is so deserving of this prestigious award. But the other half of me was thinking, Thomas, are you crazy? During the lockdown, how will we get all of the nomination letters from students and faculty? Well, it turns out we didn't have a problem that way. So many people wanted to support Arnie. Last night, I reread the more than 30 letters of support from students and colleagues. And I am presenting this packet to you, Arnie, of the letters from your colleagues and from students, and also this box of Kleenex because you're going to need it when you read these letters. And I'll sum the packet up. This is a spoiler alert, I guess, for you. Arnie is rigorous. Arnie has take-home quizzes that are really hard and really long. Arnie's office hours are crowded, but Arnie's office hours are basically all day. And Arnie cares a lot. And Arnie has helped many students succeed in more than one math class. Several students mentioned that he helped them from beginning algebra to linear algebra. And Arnie is the reason they felt prepared when they transferred to SLO, UCLA, UC Davis, UC Berkeley, and Cal State Bakersfield. And I think that's my 1 minute. Come on, Thomas.
Good morning, everybody. Somehow, I don't know what happened to me, and I decided, I said, well, you know, Arnie and myself have been here for 20 years. So I decided, well, look, I'm going to nominate Arnie. And there were two reasons why I did that. One, he's so committed that you cannot keep Arnie from the classroom. You will have to tie a rope on Arnie to stop him from coming to class. Sometimes his back will be hurting. I said, Arnie, what are you doing here? He said, but Thomas, I got to come. I said, why? My student will be waiting for me. I said, so if you can't stand, what good are you? But he doesn't listen to me. I don't listen to him, so that's the way it is. Now, Arnie's teaching method is, I don't know how to describe it, but he's like, the harder the problem, the more the student learn. So I get the learning is in the problem. So Arnie, every time I come out of my office, student parking, sometimes they sort of like form a line and then it's sort of spilled into my office. I say, hey, y'all go all outside. This is not Arnie's office. This is my office, you know. But Arnie's, the thing about it is that even though the problems are difficult, but he doesn't leave you to struggle all the way by yourself. So he allocates enough time. He argues with students, students argue with him. Sometimes he's wrong, most times he's right. But sometimes, that's the way learning goes. But Ernie is one of the committed faculties in the math department. He's committed to his students. He feels bad when the students don't learn. And, I don't know how to put it, but when he comes from the classroom, he feels a little better. So maybe what his therapy is to go and teach. Maybe the sickness will disappear in the process. But Ernie, I think you deserve this award, so the floor is yours.
Good morning. And thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Becky. And Thomas for nominating me, Donna and Becky for helping to get this award. The first day I came to BC, Sonia Christian was department chair. She showed me two offices. One was a cubicle, the other one was with Mike Moretti. Given my personality, bugging everybody, I decided, okay, cubicle is not for me. So I chose to be with Mike, the office mate with Mike Moretti. And that was a great choice. And I learned a lot from Mike. And he was one of our best mentors. And although some faculty or some people would say he is negative on some issues, but to me, anything he point out, it was to help students in their success. Mike has a sense of humor. And for example, one day I got up the class and walking to my office, and I saw a lot of students inside the office and outside the office. So I find my way inside the office. Mike, as soon as I saw me, said, "Arnie, if you do a good job in class, you wouldn't have this many students in here." But it would help both of our students. And Donna joined us in our office, and she is another great mentor for me. And throughout all these years, she does things like helping me on copying the test last minute. Like for example, I would go in class, give the test, oh, I'm short. And I would come out, Donna says, don't worry, going back in the class and I'll make the copies. And she would take the test in testing center, which always I would forget. And she would listen to my complaints about the students not doing their work. A lot of my colleagues would listen to my frustration after I come out from the class. For example, Thomas, Becky, Tom Greenwood, so they would listen to my frustrations after class. And all my colleagues in department, they would make the department, the work environment fun, and you want to be there. Okay. For example, one semester, for some reason or other, I forgot the week that started. I thought the week starting later, which it did. it did earlier. So, and it was Monday, 8 o'clock in the morning. I was my way to LA. The phone rang. I pick up the phone. It was Mike. It was, Arnie, where are you? I go, I'm at home, and I'm gonna go to LA. He goes, no, you need to be here. Here, where? I thought maybe we supposed to go have breakfast. And then, no, you need to be in school. I said, Mike, school starts next week. He goes, no, school's in session now. I go, Mike, you're joking. And then he hit me. Wait a minute. Mike never called me and joked about this. So I said, okay, forget about LA. I went to school, straight to department chair's office. And at that time, Tom was the department chair. And as soon as I walked in his office, he handed me a list of classes that I was to go and teach. And he walked me to my first class. And these are the type of things that, tells like a math department, don't complain, don't fuss, don't, lecture. They get the things done. For example, like right now, in this difficult time, our department chair, Kathleen, we cope with the sudden changes, and she did a great job. Kathleen, keep up the good work. But I don't want to be in your place. So, and this kind of job is like rewarding and enjoyable. So for example, I'm standing here right now getting this great reward, and that's not only reward. There are other rewards for the job. For example, the end of semester, some students will come to my office or write me letters and thanking me for all the work I gave to them and kept them busy all semester long. And even these letters continue after they graduate and working. For instance, like at 26 or 30 letters Donna mentioned, that the amazing students wrote the letters to support in my nomination for this great reward. And that's not all. Right now I have a couple of my students here, right now standing here and supporting me in this instance. Thank you, Tyler and others. And if it wasn't for you guys and all my colleagues, I would not be here. Also, I want to take time to thank our dean and his staff for great support they have for us. And lastly, but very important, I want to thank to my family, especially my wife that puts up with me all these years. And I want to thank the new member of our family, Matt Jones. Thank you all.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Tommy Tucson, and I'm going to go over the Bakersfield College Commitment Number 4, Race-Conscious First Responder Training. Bakersfield College commits to engage faculty in a comprehensive review of public safety training courses and programs to address barriers to racially conscious learning. Specifically, Bakersfield College will partner with Bakersfield Police Department to strengthen our racial equity and enhance Police Academy curriculum. BC will supplement Bakersfield Police Department's current Principal Policing course with our own Transformational Policing Model, TPM, Bridging the Racial Divide. BC will enhance Police Academy training to incorporate the elements of transformational policing and increase Bakersfield Police Department Academy's curriculum training hours. Bakersfield College will partner with Bakersfield Police Department to recruit Black and Latinx students into the public safety guided pathway, thereby increasing enrollment in all of our first responder training programs. BC will establish a pipeline for underrepresented students by augmenting first responder training through internship programs. Bakersfield College makes the following commitment to advance race-conscious curriculum and training. The Public Safety Training Department commits to evaluate its curriculum for the Police Academy and other first responder programs to ensure the highest quality of training. This commitment includes future police academies and in-service training with our Bakersfield Police Department partners. Thank you very much.
If you can believe it, 5 years ago, we did not have an Office of Institutional Effectiveness. 5 years ago, our data coaches weren't yet assigned to work with specific cohorts of students. And 5 years ago, we didn't have completion coaching communities. These changes have helped us all move from equity as theory to equity as practice. With these institutional improvements, we have been able to recognize problem areas and swiftly shift to action to implement solutions. As a result, our Black and Latinx students have greater access to college and a college degree than ever before. For example, more Black and Latinx students are attempting and completing English and math than ever before. More Black and Latinx students are attempting and completing full-time unit loads than ever before. Latinx students earned 70% of all degrees conferred in 2020, indicating complete parity with our enrollment patterns and showing a closure in the gap. And 4 times as many Black students earned an associate's degree in 2020 than in 2015. And while we have made significant strides in our equity agenda in the past 5 years, recent events have ignited a renewed energy around this work across campus and in the community. Following the murder of George Floyd on May 25th, our office began to re-examine how we, as a part of an educational institution, can commit to and act for a more just world for our students. We started with Bakersfield College's existing framework to advance equity on campus. 2 years ago, as we were rewriting our equity plan, the Office of Equity led a team to participate in one of USC's signature racial equity institutes. In advance of the institute, we read a piece authored by Dr. Sullivan Simone, founder and now retired director of the Center for Urban Education. The article, titled Reclaiming Racial Justice and Equity, challenged us to hone our focus on race in our plans and our strategies. In other words, we started from a place of strength, building upon a foundation of many years of deep work. In the weeks between May 25th and June 19th, we partnered with campus and community leaders to refine a series of formal commitments to advance equitable outcomes for our students, faculty, and staff of color. On June 19th, Juneteenth, President Christian concluded a series of virtual events by publicly unveiling our renewed commitment to racial equity. Bakersfield Police Department Chief Greg Terry, Mayor Karen Goh, and many others joined her in making public their plans for a better Bakersfield. As we head into academic year 2020-21, the Office of Equity will continue to provide support to EODAC and the campus as a whole as we seek to advance this work. You can look forward to reading our institutional, departmental, and individual commitments online soon. The website will capture the breadth and depth of our work as we enact the commitments defined in what once was a static document.
Hi, I'm Pat Smith, Criminal Justice Professor at Bakersfield College. Our hearts are heavy with the recent death of George Floyd. His murder has come to represent ongoing turmoil in the communities we live. I wanted to take a little time to let you know that we who work in criminal justice take this turmoil very seriously, and it is a topic of discussion in our criminal justice classes. As an educator, I commit to my students that racism is simply unacceptable. We know there is no easy answer to systemic racial inequality, but I also know that it is my responsibility as a criminal justice faculty member to be part of the solution. In doing my part in the criminal justice program, I welcome cultural diversity in my classroom to emphasize respect, tolerance for all individuals, and that all people are equal. Students are recognized for their whole self to build better relationships and encourage students to see the value in their education. Criminal justice classes focus on developing a student's ability to critically think about, evaluate, and participate in discussions about key criminal justice issues through oral and written assignments to bring an awareness of the importance of justice and civil rights while engaging in systems of social control. The criminal justice curriculum spans the criminological spectrum of theory and practice, followed by discussions on society's response to criminal behavior, racial tension, and cultural awareness. Teachings center on criminology, deviant behavior, corrections, rehabilitation, police brutality, and the public's concerns for safety in the communities they live in. Discussions on community policing are shared with the students to bridge law enforcement to the community members with focus on racial issues. Culturally relevant events are held with the criminal justice students by bringing the outside world into the classroom with guest speakers and sending students into the community for service learning. Further, to allow everyone a voice, students participate in assigned oral presentations and group activities where students work together in completing an activity involving the criminal justice system. The practical exercises allow all students a voice and promotes professional communication and inclusiveness. Our criminal justice students participate in job fair recruiting events hosted by the CTE department, which invites over 60 various law enforcement agencies from federal, state, and local offices. Our students are our future leaders in the criminal justice system, and I am committed to teach them skills needed for their success. Thank you.
There are so many minds and hearts that came together to make opening week happen. So much detail, video editing, organizing the speakers, music. We're going to recognize these individuals each and every day of opening week. So make sure you take time to drop them a note in the chat window or to drop them an email. Thank you to the planning team. You did an amazing job.
what a great day and what great content.
Yes, I really enjoyed the chat comments.
You know, Tommy, I feel a little different. I think I've been hanging out with Todd and Manny a little too much.
You know, me too. But I think maybe I've been hanging out too much with you.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.